Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. So today we are going to dive into this week in energy. What do we need to know about this week's energy and how can we best navigate it? And we will be doing a little tarot reading to further connect with messages from the angels for how to best navigate this week. So first of all, if you guys are watching, make sure you say hi. I always love to hear from you, whether you're watching live or on the replay. We are going to dive in. I think that this energy right now is really interesting because we've really been in this whole process in January. Hi, Crystal. Nice to see you here live. This whole process in January of just reflecting on so much and really a lot of mental reflections, a lot of spending time in our head, trying to understand things. And there really has been this, I don't know, I call it kind of like a hermit energy, right? A lot of us have been feeling like pulling away, going within, just sort of staying here and processing things. And I do feel like this energy is going to continue through this week a little bit, but I feel like we have started to connect with some clarity on some little changes we need to make, some big changes that we need to make, and we've started to make some changes. So I think that this is really good, and I want you guys to pay attention to those intuitive hits that are coming in. If you feel like you need to change something, even like the littlest thing, I want you to change it. I want you to listen to what your intuition is telling you, because it's trying to show you a better way, or it's trying to get you to a particular place or whatever that is. So listening to that, I just this week felt really called to just switch up the order of some of the things I'm doing in my morning routine. And I don't know, I'm adjusting to it, but I don't know the why for that, but I am starting to feel different, better, more balanced, and I think that it's that in connection with several other little changes that I've been just trying to sprinkle in and build upon, but I'm just going to listen, as long as you can listen to those intuitive hits and follow through with them without really questioning that too much and just jump on them right away, I think that we can be really successful. I do feel like when I asked about this energy, when I meditated on this energy, I was shown like Funhouse mirrors, okay? So like those mirrors that are all distorted, but also the mirrors where you're standing in the mirror and there's like a mirror behind you and it just looks like they go on forever, right? And so for me, this is like really paying attention this week to how you're seeing things. Where are you seeing things from a perspective that isn't so accurate? Or where do you need to see things from a different perspective? Where do you need to take a look at things from a different angle where it's not going to be quite so distorted? Or, again, where are you lying to yourself? Where are you being dishonest with yourself? Where are you seeing things in such a way that is not the truth, not the reality? And also, what's being reflected back at you? So what's showing up in your life right now, and what is being reflected back at you, and what does that teach you about you and where you're at and where you need to go? And giving a lot of attention to this right now. I think also, we're processing a lot of past issues, whether we are consciously aware of it or not. I think there is an energy right now that is supporting us to work through old stuff, to release old stuff. And I think that's some of this like need to sort of go within, to stay home a little bit more, to just let ourselves reflect and process on things. And Rachel says perception is everything. Absolutely. But if you can start to just be open to the idea that that there may be another way to view it, another way to look at it, I invite you to explore that just in case, because there might be some really important information on the other side of that. Step away from the Funhouse mirror and see it for what it is, okay? Whatever that is for you guys. And so we're going to look at the cards. The first card that I have here is the 10 of Air reversed, okay? So this is about us feeling kind of stuck, feeling like we're not moving forward, but this is really saying to me that the end of some really difficult processing, the end of some really challenging energies is coming in soon, okay? And I do feel as though it's lightening up a little bit. It's not as heavy as it has been, especially earlier in January and at the end of last year, but at the same time, like, it's not quite there yet, but it's coming, you know, where we're moving forward, we're making progress, and so we need to continue to allow this period of reflection to come in, and just allow whatever is we're feeling called to do, whatever we're feeling called to listen to, honor it. Okay, and then the next card that we have makes so much sense is the Four of Air. Okay, so the Four of Air is like meditate, rest, take a vacation. You know, it's tricky because we have a little bit of these opposing energies. It's a time to rest, it's a time to get yourself back into balance, but it's also a time to take action, inspired action when you feel intuitively called to, and to like go with it. So I've been really taking a lot of time just to put myself into balance, just to like do things like less social media, unplugging a bit more, just quiet time in my own energy. But I've also been doing like all of these little tiny changes every single day that I just feel called to make. And so I'm listening to it, I'm taking action, but I'm also really resting and giving myself that space to reflect, okay? And then we have the Nine of Earth reversed. Yeah, Jennifer says retrograde is coming too. I think it comes, I think it's February it's coming, and maybe mid-February is when that is. And yeah, so like we're like leaning into this, and this is why, because Mercury retrograde is coming, and that really is a time of like stillness and reflection and everything like that. We're going to be reflecting on this stuff further, or other stuff further, but that is not a time for us to take action so much, or as much action. So this is really when we want to take advantage of this energy here. Then we have the Nine of Earth reversed. Okay, so the Nine of Earth reversed is, it's showing up here saying to me, like, where are you indulging a little bit too much? Okay, where are you indulging your ego a little bit too much? Are you spending a little bit too much money? Are you eating a little bit too much of foods that you know aren't great for you? You know, where are you breaking your New Year's resolutions, basically? Where are you being too indulgent? And where do you need to reel it back? Because you're recognizing that it is impacting your financial well-being, your physical well-being, your mental well-being, whatever that is, whatever you need to shift, make those little changes, because that's going to be really important moving forward before this becomes like snowballing into you being in the middle of Mercury retrograde, you know, eating chocolate cake every day because you've created this habit of eating cake every day, or whatever it looks like for you. But, where have you been overindulgent? So the next card that we have here is the Moon card reversed. Okay, so this is about shining a light on the things that we don't quite understand yet. And this is reversed, so I think, it's okay if you don't have clarity of mind. I think we have more clarity than we did a few weeks ago, but it's okay if you don't have the answers, if you don't know exactly what's next. It's okay to just rest in this pause and to allow yourself to take care of yourself until the answers come, and allow yourself to reflect until you have a clear answer. We will be shown. And whenever I'm not sure of what the answer to something is, I send it up, right? And I say, okay, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what the best course of action here is, so please show me. And when I do that, that's incredibly powerful. So I invite you guys to do that. Sometimes we get answers immediately right away, or signs that point in the direction of answers right away. Sometimes it takes longer than that. So, but send it up, watch for what comes back. And then we have the Knight of Earth energy showing up. Okay, so again, this is about honoring your commitment. So even though you might not feel like you have tons of energy, maybe though you want to like stay home and reflect on things and stuff like that, still honor the commitments that you've made. This is the time to buckle down. This is the time to get things done. This is the time to push yourself. So it really is like this balance of, I'm taking care of myself, but I'm also going to push myself in the ways that I feel like I can push myself right now. Okay, so again, it's like I'm doing more of that, but I'm also pushing myself harder in the gym, and I'm making these little changes that I'm becoming aware of that I need to work on. So that's an example of how to honor this current energy. And then we have just a couple of these fairy cards. Okay, so look inside yourself. So the answers lie within you. Okay, and I'm going to just further support this with the trust your intuition card. Okay, so the best person, and I say this all the time, but the best person to give you the answer to your question is you. And that will often arrive by you sending it up, asking to be shown, and allowing the answer to come. That might come outside of you, that might come from within you, but honoring that you are the best person to find the answers to the questions that you have. And we really want to make sure that we're not constantly seeking out answers from other people, no matter how intuitive they might be, because at the end of the day, you really want to come back to you and ask yourself that question first and last, right? Ask yourself that question. You can hear other people's feedback on that or what they think, but at the end of the day, you need to make these decisions for yourself. So that is this week's energy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to hear from you in comments below. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If this video connects for you, make sure you like, comment, share, whatever you feel called to do, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.